Now at 7:30, police say a man walked right into a burglar who was stealing from his home. We'll have a full report coming up.
Families are remembering their loved ones this morning after a deadly crash in Pulaski County. WKYT's Victor Puente will have the story.
And Lexington police are on the lookout for a man who they say injured a woman in a hit and run.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good Saturday morning. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Sean Moody.
And I'm Whitney Wetzel on this Saturday. Feeling pretty nice out there again today after yesterday, which certainly did not feel like the day after Christmas.
No, not at all. I mean, it was nice. You didn't need a coat. You know, let's see if we can keep that going. We're going to go over to Mike Linden in the First Alert Weather Center. Mike, how's it looking?
Well, it's actually looking nice temperature-wise, but you might need that coat, but for other reasons today. Looking at a lot of wet weather working its way back into the bluegrass, and if you're heading west to Jefferson County, I know you might not want me to focus on this city in Kentucky, but we have to because it's the site of the big game today. But there's a lot of wet weather hanging over southern Indiana and Jefferson County into Louisville. So if you're heading west, pack for rain, because you will be seeing some of it as you head west as well as back east if you're heading back this evening after what is most likely going to be a Wildcats win. But over the past few hours here, you can see all of that rain just settling in. It's going to be here for a little bit. Coming up in about 10 minutes, I'll break it down and how it should impact the waning days of 2014.
Thank you, Mike. New this morning, police say he walked in on a burglar trying to steal his TV.
Now that suspect is behind bars and facing charges. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is live at the home where this all happened with the latest. Hillary, good morning.
Good morning, Whitney and Sean. Lexington police say thanks to a quick response by officers, a man is now behind bars facing a burglary charge. They say it happened just after midnight, when the victim walked into his home and saw Terry Seawright holding his television. Now, officers were quickly dispatched to the home off of West 2nd Street and were able to make the arrest. Seawright is being held in the Fayette County Detention Center, where he is facing a second-degree burglary charge. Live in Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Thank you, Hillary. New this morning, Lexington police are on the lookout for a man who they say injured a woman.
It happened just after 11 o'clock on Georgetown Road. Police say a car was coming from Ironworks Pike when it was hit by a man in a pickup truck. They say the driver of that truck then walked off and may have been picked up by someone. The woman was taken to UK hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. So far, no arrests have been made in that case.
Two southern Kentucky families are mourning today after their loved ones died in a crash.
That crash happened at the intersection of Highway 914 and Highway 80 near Somerset yesterday. We're told a blue Chevy Cavalier collided with a tanker truck there. Police say 28-year-old Jody Johnson and 30-year-old Justin Angel were passengers in that car. WKYT's Victor Puente talked to Johnson's fiance about how she wants others to remember him.
This intersection is back open after that crash earlier today. 2 men were killed, 2 others were taken to hospitals. Somerset police say the crash happened when a car driven by 20-year-old Travis Strope came to a stop near the middle of the intersection on Kentucky 914.
And it was green for the semi, but when I seen the car, all I just seen was the collision. It happened that quick.
The driver of a semi hauling an empty tanker on Kentucky 80 tried to swerve to miss the car, but police believe Swope sped up to try to beat the tanker through the intersection.
It sounded just like a big boom, a really, really hard hit.
The semi struck the passenger side of Swope's car, sending it off the road. Both of the other men in his car, 28-year-old Jody Johnson and 30-year-old Justin Angel, died at the scene. Swope was flown to UK hospital, where he's still in serious condition. The woman who lives next to the intersection says she knew the 2 men who died and tried to help them. She says Jody Johnson responded briefly when she approached the car.
He did not talk, he just held his hand up.
Johnson's fiance came to the scene. She said the 3 men had just been at a restaurant and were almost home.
He loved the fish, he loved the art. He was a wonderful, loving, caring person, would do anything for you.
The driver of the semi was taken to a local hospital. Police say he was dealing with some neck and back pain. In Pulaski County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Police had to divert traffic around that intersection for about 2.5 hours last night. That road has since reopened. Crews in Pulaski County also had to deal with another crash. It happened yesterday on US 27 near the entrance of Burnside Island State Park around 5. Police say a man had to be airlifted to the hospital. We're told 54-year-old Thomas Jasper lost control of his car and then hit a rock wall. A rock from that wall then fell on his car. Jasper was flown to UK hospital. Still no word yet on his condition. New this morning, Kentucky State Police say they found a meth lab in a car overnight. State Police say they were checking the car at a traffic checkpoint near the I-75 on-ramp just south of London. Troopers say the driver was intoxicated and had an unrelated arrest warrant. They found a one-step meth lab in the car after searching it. Troopers say both the driver and a passenger were arrested, but they have not released the name of either of those suspects.
Christmas Eve took a violent turn for one family in central Kentucky. Police say a man stabbed 2 people during a fight. Nicholasville police arrested Cody Seflica and charged him with first-degree assault. They say he stabbed 2 people during a fight at a home on Grinder Court. One of those victims was 23-year-old Stephen Lancaster. Police say he tried to break up the fight between Seflica and another man. Lancaster's mother said her son was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
There was blood just everywhere, and then, you know, I was looking around, I was shocked. I really didn't know what had happened. And then here comes my son across the street holding his arm up.
Neighbors say they don't know Seflica or the other man.
The Salvation Army's annual Red Kettle campaign may be over, but it's not too late to donate online to help the organization reach its goal. Volunteers finished counting up the donations yesterday afternoon. Officials there say they collected $514,000, just shy of their $550,000 goal. Next week, officials hope to close that gap through online donations. And there's also an extra incentive. An anonymous donor plans to match the amount given up to $100,000.
You know, the online kettle option is great for people who may want to use their credit card. It's also wonderful because you're doubling your impact when you give online, thanks to this anonymous donor who has agreed to match all contributions up to $100,000.
And we have a link to the Salvation Army's website over on WKYT.com. Still a bit away from their goal, but it sounds like, I mean, there's still a couple of days left, and then with somebody matching it, should be okay.
Up to that much money, yeah, hopefully they make it for sure.